Alright, so this next video is my lessons slash tips on doing YouTube videos for social anxiety. So this first one I knew was important even before I started making videos, which is that it's not important how long the videos themselves are, it's how long you go in between making a video. Depending on how bad your social anxiety is, you can vary the time that you leave in between them. But I recommend at the beginning you should probably do it every day. And that seems like quite a bit, but if it's too much, then I would do what I did, which was just make 1-minute videos for 10 days. That way it didn't seem like it was that much work, but it was frequent, which is the most important part. Like if you're trying to go to the gym to, I don't know, work out your biceps or something, I think your muscles start to atrophy about 48 hours after they start getting worked out. So if you wait too long between going to the gym, then it's like there wasn't really any purpose in going the first time, since you've already lost most of the progress that you made from that. And if you've been doing this fairly often, then you can leave more time in between making videos, but at least in the beginning you should be doing it fairly often. And then as you feel you've become more comfortable with it, you can start relaxing on that a bit. The other thing I kind of already touched on a bit is to tell yourself that you're not gonna do it for that long, even though maybe you will. It's just if you tell yourself that you're gonna have to do it for like a month or something, that may just feel like it's too much for you, and then you may never actually start. Like for me, when I first had the idea to make videos on YouTube, it was probably a month before I actually started doing it. And it was mostly because I kept working up in my head what I needed to do. Like, oh, it needs to be this quality and it needs to be for at least a month or it's not gonna be worth it. And then after a while, when I realized that that was keeping me from wanting to start in the first place, I just decided, you know what, I'm only gonna do this for 10 days and I'm only gonna make a short video where I'm not gonna edit it or anything and just upload it as is. And that made it so much easier for me to start. I think it was only a few days after I decided to do that I actually did. And once I finished with the 10 days, I realized that wasn't that hard. So I decided I could do it for 10 more days. So I ended up doing videos for almost a month, just from initially telling myself that it doesn't have to be that hard and I'm not gonna have to do that many. And this last tip that I came up with, I only realized about a few months ago, and that is that you'd probably be better off doing a series of videos than just by picking random topics to do every day. And that's simply because you will have more things to talk about for more time than you would if you were just coming up with topics just off your head. I think at first I tried doing a different video every day, and that lasted me for about a couple months, but then I ran out of things to talk about. So most the end of last year was just some random vlog videos, and I think it wasn't until January or February, sometime in the beginning of this year, is when I thought, oh, I should just do a series of videos, because that way I'll have more for longer. I just finished this last one where I had 30 things to talk about, and I probably could have grouped a lot of them together into one video, but I don't think that would have been as helpful as having something to talk about for another day, because like I mentioned with my first tip, it's about how often you put out videos, not how long they are. So those are some of the things that I figured out from making YouTube videos this past year. I hope those were helpful for some people, and hopefully I'll have some more of you in another year's time.